If you're looking to create magic in dappled shade or a deeply shaded area, then ferns and plants like bromeliads should be first on your list. We all have a favorite spot in our gardens, and undoubtedly this is mine. It was one of those sections of the garden that I actually didn't know what to do because it was kind of behind some trees. It was a bit neglected, and I then fell in love with ferns and bromeliads and houseplants that had kind of overgrown and overstayed their welcome indoors, needed a space to go. So what better way to deal with them than to put them under this awesome shade? They love it because remember, most houseplants actually come from jungles where it's very deep shade and they're large leafed, normally quite attractive because they don't have a flower, so they have attractive leaves because that's the way that they attract their pollinators. And believe it or not, in a garden like this, where it's mainly foliage and textures, you can still get as gorgeous an effect as a garden full of flowers. So once you've got your main plants established, which I kind of just happened to stumble across. We've added in some tree ferns, some beautiful leafy dracaenas. It then starts creating its own personality and its own environment, and that is when we start to play. There was a tree here. You can see the trunk, there it is. It had fallen over, so instead of dragging it out, we just left it here. And the bromeliads that had once been an indoor houseplant finished flowering. We then took it and attached it to this log, and all you need there is a bit of coir and some leftover stockings, of course, which we all have. Anyway, put them onto there, they start making their babies and getting their own environment. As the leaves fall from the trees, so look right here in this bromeliad, they actually start feeding it like it normally works in nature, and that's what we're trying to do here. You can see this guy has grown right up here. It's starting to rot away. As the log starts breaking up and falling down, we don't rip it away and we leave it, because as it falls, look here, and I picked this up, underneath here is beautiful leaf mulch. This keeps the moisture in and it starts creating its own environment and making its own compost. And that is perfect for all these plants, much like we would find if we're walking on a jungle floor. What it also does allow us to do is to play with colours and texture. And this fern over here is bought as an indoor fern. It's called Phlebodium, terrible name, but never mind that. It has got gorgeous foliage. Goes more green as an adult, but look at its new foliage. Look at this beautiful grey. It's almost opaque, and such textures as you put that against the variegation, it works so beautifully. And that's where you get to play. Remember, if you're mulching this well, you don't have to water that often, but you can put plants in here which then can adapt to their own environment and really create their own life cycle right here.